You are the voyagers of the starship. Hidden Secrets Revealed live. Let's talk about Star Trek, the 55th anniversary, today on Hidden Secrets Revealed live. The idea is simple. Every day, Monday through Friday, I go live for about 10 minutes. The tradition is to talk about digital marketing, which we still do, because that's what I do for a day job. I'll tell you a little bit about that. Okay, but in the interest of discussing things that I think are amusing, let me bring your attention to Star Trek, the 55th anniversary. Okay, the original series started in 1966. I'm a Trekkie. I'm a Star Trek nerd. Now, before it was cool to be a nerd, in 1986, William Shatner was on. Can you hear me? My internet's funny. Can you hear me? Test 1 2. William Shatner was on Saturday Night Live. Let me show you this picture. William Shatner was on Saturday Night Live, and this was in 1986 before Comic-Con. And so the sketch was, I mean, it's always in good fun, but the sketch was he was playing himself at the Star Trek convention, and all these the Star Trek nerds were asking him questions, and he was kind of demeaning to fans, and he told them to get a life. So Gene Roddenberry is the creator of Star Trek. His son Rod Roddenberry said that was disappointing. He was disrespectful, but it's not a big deal. It's Saturday Night Live. Like, he poked fun at everything. But one thing that we can agree on is that William Shatner was, like, he embodied Captain Kirk, and we always, I don't know if he got typecast, because he did other things after Captain Kirk. He played T.J. Hooker. He played a cop, but Captain Kirk was his biggest role. That put William Shatner on the map. So this is why it was kind of demeaning, because William Shatner is Captain Kirk. We don't really remember his show T.J. Hooker, where he played a cop, and other things. He did commercials for some insurance company, I think. No, Priceline. Yeah, that's what it was, Priceline. He did commercials for Priceline, but he's always going to be Captain Kirk. So if you are known for something, like, you can't diminish it at that point when you're known for such a famous character, and that becomes like synonymous with who you are. You might as well just embrace it and just go with it. So that was kind of why it came off as mean-spirited in 1986 when they did that skit, and he was kind of demeaning to the fans, kind of like condescending, or just like, get a life. That's what he said, get a life. And it was supposed to be funny. I don't know. I don't think it was that funny. And so it's, Saturday Night Live, though. You make fun of people. And here's what I've learned so far. Here on Hidden Secrets Revealed, I reveal the hidden secrets of the universe, and no extra charge. And I kind of have these life lessons, these principles that I go by, and I learn them over time. Like, I believe that we should always be thinking about how we can improve, because we're in this process of iteration. That's what life is, iteration. That's why, that's why we make mistakes. That's why bad things happen to good people, is because we're, number one, trying to find meaning in a seemingly random world. So it's up to us to put the meaning together for ourselves. And the way you do that gives so much, actually is very empowering. The meaning that you give to life, to your particular situation. You have a very, very specific, you guys have, you have a very, very specific experience that no one else has. Like the way you perceive life, the way you perceive the meaning that you create out of the things that happen to you, allow you to come up with like your own rules, your own principles. Now, this is kind of abstract, and I'll see if I can make a point here and kind of make sense of this. The power that you have to create meaning is something that you have to discover, and once you discover it, it forever changes the course, the direction of your life. So the reason I bring that up is I'm trying to frame like how my thought process works. But um I also absorb things from other people, and I notice things that I like about other people and what they do. And one person, let me take this down. You guys have seen this picture of Captain Kirk on Saturday Night Live. All right, so one person who I admire, because I pay attention to people who do something interesting and have a really good perspective. And one of those people that I follow or pay attention to is Conan O'Brien. His Twitter feed is so funny. He's the one of the greatest comedy writers. I don't know of all time, but he's certainly one of the greatest comedic minds. And one takeaway, one something I heard him say was that I'd have to paraphrase, but he hates cynicism. Cynical people uh, are the worst. And now I know my personality type based off of, stupid things I've done in the past, stupid things I've said. The thing is, we have to learn from them, right? So one of the mistakes I made in life was being cynical. So my personality type, I have to make sure I'm not cynical, because like I am inclined, like my personality is kind of wired to be cynical. So I have to avoid that. Like one of the things about, that I learned about myself, that I have to correct. So I have to avoid being cynical. I'm not sure how I got onto that subject, but that's what we do here in Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. I do want to hear from you guys, so text me at text HSRL to 917-231-9054. 231-9054. I'm going to share with you something, because it actually got a good response. I was surprised. The, I I have music that I make. Like that's my thing. I I have been a musician since I was a kid, and I'm gonna put out a new record. And the reason I bring this up is because I stopped making music for a long time and didn't promote it or didn't do anything. So a lot of people now kind of, if you don't keep it up, people kind of forget. There's so much out there. Today it's easy and very difficult to make anything creative, to put out, to do anything, you know, if even just in business and work, like to be the best in your industry, it's hard work, and at the same time, things have become easier. It's a paradox, but because of the internet, it's actually times have changed so much where it's easier to productize yourself. It's easier to put creative work to create stuff. It's easier to be a creator. There's a thing called the creator economy that happened that didn't exist before. So I'm saying that to say that like it's easier and it's harder. So if you got to do what you can with the tools you have. And so this is where I'm at right now. So I'm putting out a new record. But as a reference point, like most people don't know my music because I don't promote it. And I haven't put out a record in a long time, at least on a big scale. I put out a new album last year, and it's just a limited release on Bandcamp. I'll tell you about it if you're curious. Text me HSRL to 917-231-9054. By the way, I do. If you are looking for a good mobile carrier, I do recommend Visible. There's a link in the description. They're on the Verizon network, and they're really good. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys because I have an ask, and this is a big sacrifice. A big sacrifice I'm asking you to make. Besides the obvious, which is to subscribe, smash that subscribe button, click like. Even if you don't like, at least tell me why, leave a comment why, and say my name. All right. On Instagram, my friends watching behind the scenes on Instagram are at Safe New Media. You can click the link in the bio. There is for my digital marketing agency that I work with. We get our partners double their ideal customers in half the time. We won't work harder than you will, but we do have access to 70 million more people than any other digital marketing agency. If that's important to you, then on Instagram, there's a link in the bio. And here, there's a link in the description if you want to find out how we do that. All right. Another thing I'm going to ask is to go to safenewmedia.com/XOXO and join my cult. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the music. Just a clip, just 15 seconds. Just 15 seconds. And let me make sure I have the right banner up here. Wait, I just want to show Hidden Secrets Revealed. That's it. All right. So I'm going to show you just 15 seconds of one of my songs from my first album. One of my songs from my first album. And the song is titled Walk Into the Sun. The album is called The Gutters of Heaven. It's the first album that I put out in 2005, end of 2004, but it was distributed, got big distribution in 2005. Okay, just as a reference point, because I'm going to ask you guys to click the link to my Spotify, to follow me on Spotify. Okay. And I'm doing that because I was surprised that a lot of people clicked when I asked yesterday. Okay, so here it is. Beautiful and tragic. In the dark night, you are the fawn. Defying oncoming traffic. Staring down the barrel of a gun. That's a song called Walk Into the Sun. It's on my first record. All right. Did I roll the intro? I did, because I forgot once. I forgot to roll the intro. I did this time, though. All right. So now I have to remember things. I have to actively remember. And one of the things that helps me to actively remember what I need to remember is by number one, getting enough sleep. I have to get 8 hours of sleep. I know that about myself. By the way, try this. if you need help with sleeping, you can get a free sample of this effing sleep. Because this is what I'm telling you about this because it works. This is a supplement that I take called effing focus, and it helps me to focus. It is really good. These are nootropics. These are brain enhancing molecules. Okay, if you're interested in that, click the link in the description. And the other thing I want to tell you about is Shopify. Shopify is the best platform for e-commerce. If you're not making money while you sleep, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, then you're going to be in a bad place when you're old. There are opportunities though for senior citizens who have not found a way to make money while they sleep. You could get a job at Walmart being a greeter, or I don't know, what else can you do? So get started shopping, sell on Shopify. If you need help with that, let me know. If you need help building your Shopify store, I I can help you build a Shopify store. If it's a big problem, I know people who are better than me that I could refer you to. HSRL, text HSRL to 917-231-9054. All right, you're watching Hidden Secrets Revealed live. I think I've covered everything. Appreciate you guys. I've gone over time this show. I usually go for 10 minutes, but I don't know. I really like talking with you guys. I do. I appreciate you guys. So let me know what I can do for you. Leave a comment. And I have spoken.